In the grand, brutal tapestry of Westerosi history, few figures loom as large, or cast as long a shadow, as Cersei Lannister. A queen born of the richest house, her life was a saga of ambition, love, and a relentless pursuit of power, ultimately leaving a legacy of fire and ash. Born the eldest child and only daughter of Tywin Lannister, the formidable Lord of Casterly Rock, Cersei grew up in the shadow of her father's immense power and even greater expectations. Alongside her twin brother, Jaime, she learned the harsh lessons of a world where the Game of Thrones was the only game that mattered. From a young age, a prophecy foretold a life of sorrow. She would be queen, but another, younger and more beautiful, would cast her down. Her children would wear golden crowns and golden shrouds, and her reign would end with the hands of the Valonqar, the little brother, wrapped around her throat. This prophecy haunted her, shaping her every decision. At a young age, she was betrothed to Prince Rhaegar Targaryen, a match she eagerly anticipated. But Robert's rebellion shattered that dream. Instead, she was married to the new king, Robert Baratheon, to unite the great houses. Her marriage was a bitter disappointment. Robert never loved her, still mourning his lost love, Lyanna Stark. He was a boorish king, whose affections lay with wine and other women, leaving Cersei feeling isolated and powerless in a gilded cage. Her only true solace was her twin, Jaime. Their bond was more than just familial. It was an all-consuming love that defied the laws of gods and men. This forbidden relationship produced her 3 children, Joffrey, Myrcella, and Tommen. She adored them fiercely, seeing them as the only pure thing in her life. To protect them and the secret of their parentage, there was no line Cersei would not cross. After King Robert's death, a death she may have subtly orchestrated, her son Joffrey ascended the Iron Throne, and Cersei's true political maneuvering began. As Queen Regent, she wielded immense influence, but her impulsive nature and thirst for control often led to disastrous decisions. She underestimated her brilliant younger brother Tyrion, whom she despised, and consistently alienated potential allies, creating enemies at every turn. Her cruelty and short-sightedness were on full display during Joffrey's tyrannical reign, culminating in his shocking death at his own wedding. The deaths of her children, one by one, chipped away at her soul. Myrcella was poisoned in Dorne, and gentle Tommen took his own life after a tragedy of Cersei's own making. To rid herself of her political rivals, including the meddlesome Tyrells, and the religious zealot, the High Sparrow, who had publicly shamed and imprisoned her, Cersei orchestrated a masterstroke of unimaginable destruction. Using wildfire, she obliterated the great sept of Baelor, wiping out all her enemies in a single, fiery blast. With all her children gone, and the line of succession empty, Cersei seized power for herself. Crowned Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, she sat upon the Iron Throne, not as a regent or a king's wife, but as the ruler in her own right. Her reign was one of fear and isolation. She had achieved the ultimate power she had craved her entire life, but at the cost of everything she had ever loved. She was a queen of a fractured kingdom, surrounded by enemies on all sides. The final act of her tragedy played out as Daenerys Targaryen, the Dragon Queen, brought her armies and dragons to the shores of Westeros. Cersei, defiant to the end, refused to yield. As the capital city, King's Landing, burned around her, she retreated to the Red Keep. In the crypts below the castle, she was reunited with Jaime, the beginning and end of her story. As the foundations crumbled and the world collapsed around them, they died as they had come into the world, together. Cersei Lannister's story is a chilling cautionary tale. A woman of intelligence and fierce maternal love, she was warped by a toxic prophecy, a loveless marriage, and a society that consistently sought to limit her. In her struggle for power and survival, she became the very monster her enemies believed her to be, leaving an indelible mark on the history of the Seven Kingdoms. Her life was a testament to the idea that in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. For Cersei, winning and dying were one and the same. Thanks for watching.